Welcome to this episode of Shady Sports Network. I'm Krish, joined by my guest Aakiel.
You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. Looking for change, looking for pain. Pulling a mob, pushing a train. I'll never stop, stick to a lane. Pick up the pieces and go rearrange. I'll be the best above all the rest, put me to the test.
Let's get started. So, during the off season, right? Where are you at? What are you doing for work right now?
I work out every day, twice a day. Every day I get up in the morning, I go to Planet Fitness, get me breakfast in, and then I get some field work. Well, actually, I work out 3 times a day. I go to the gym early in the morning, get some field work in the middle of the day, and then go back to the gym again at night.
Yes, sir. That's what's up. How are you planning on staying in shape for the season once the season hits? Are you planning to work out during the season, like during off days? Are you planning on going to the gym or whatever facilities they have?
No, I plan on working out during the season because I feel like being in the weight room prevents injuries, and the weight room needs to be a football player's best friend, in my opinion. So I do plan on working out, trying to get some work in every single day that I can. Not heavy lifts, auxiliary lifts, and keep my body in shape because I may get a call, for the XFL with them having a partnership with the IFL. So I want to stay in tip-top shape.
Yes, sir. So that leads me into my next question. What do you think about the IFL and XFL partnership?
Honestly, I think it's going to be huge because it's a platform to give players in the Indoor Football League a chance to, get back outdoors. Like, I feel like it's a lot of talented guys who, in my opinion, don't belong in indoor football. You know what I'm saying? They just didn't get the chance. They didn't get a shot, and that you have to play the card that's dealt. And I feel like this year is probably going to be the most competitive year yet because of that. They got a lot of big name people who made a lot of noise in college, but didn't who are currently sitting at home like I am right now. So we got to get back out and get film. And get film so these bigger leagues can pick us up.
Definitely, there's a lot of dogs in the IFL. I'm excited. We got a lot of good players. So when did you start playing football, and how did your football career start to where it's at now? Take me through that a little bit.
My mom is the reason I picked up a football. I've been playing since the age of 5, but she put a football in my hand at the age of 3. So everything I have right now, I owe it to my mom. I wouldn't be here without my mom, and I love her so much, and can't wait for her to see this. But my mom is the reason for everything that I have going on right now as far as football and all my success through the ups and downs. She's always been there, and wouldn't be here without her. And God as well.
Yes, sir, man. I feel that with those two things, man. My mom is so awesome. She taught me all the sports. I grew up playing basketball outside with her. And God is really important to me too. I pray every night before I go to bed. So I understand those two things. They're both really important to have. When did you decide that you wanted to become a Vegas Nighthawk?
Honestly, it came after talking to Mike Davis, the head coach. I had did a XFL workout in Las Vegas, and he was in attendance, and basically we just had a conversation, and we stayed in touch. And basically, if let me know if I ain't get a call, as far as the XFL draft goes, to hit him up. And that's what I did. And Vegas is definitely the place to be. Vegas is definitely the place everyone wants to be as far as IFL goes, because Coach Mike Davis has a large pipeline to the bigger leagues. And I just listened to everything he told me, and I trust in what he says. And he just, basically just told me, just come and do what you got to do, so you can go ahead and get back to where you belong.
I feel that Coach Davis is a great coach. So the Nighthawks, they have a great offense. You have Deion Sanders, great quarterback. You have Devontae Sapp-Lynch. You have yourself. What are your goals for the 23 season?
I just want to come in and help them win. Whatever I have to do, whether it's, playing special teams or making big time catches, whatever I have to do to help Vegas win, that's what I'm going to do, because I'm a team first guy. If the team is successful, then I'm successful. So whatever I can do to contribute, wherever, Coach Davis puts me at, that's what I'm going to do, and that's where I'm going to thrive. And, just going to come in and help the team, compete for a championship.
That's a great attitude, man. So you graduated from St. Augustine College. Take me through your college experience from start to finish. How did it go as a whole?
I love St. Augustine University. I started out at Delta State University, school in Mississippi, and then I went to JUCO, Kahoma Community College, before coming to St. Augustine's University. When I got here to St. Augustine University, it was definitely a change of scenery, but I loved it because it was different than being in Mississippi. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Mississippi kid, and I just felt like me doing what I did at St. Augustine University definitely propelled me and got me like national attention. And I don't know if I would have gotten it in Mississippi. So I feel like in the end, I made the best choice coming here to St. Augustine University. It definitely changed my life, and I'm glad I made that decision to come here.
That's what college is all about, changing your life and creating a better path for yourself as a whole. After football, when football is over eventually, what do you want to pursue? What are your goals outside of ball?
I want to be a physical therapist. That's what I got my degree in.
Yes, sir.
Kinesiology. I want to be a physical therapist. I want to do whatever I can to help people, because I love to help people, and I really want to do physical therapy.
So I noticed on your Instagram, you spoke to a football team and you're getting involved in public speaking. So as a public speaker myself, I have to ask, how did you get involved? What drove you to help inspire the youth?
They had my high school had hired a new football coach. When I was going through my NFL draft process, he reached out to me and was like, "Hey, I really would like for you to come back and speak to the high school football team, because they look up to you, and everybody knows who I am and they know what I had going." So he wanted me to come speak, and I just said what was on my heart. I didn't write anything down. Only thing that I wrote down was scriptures to give those young men, and because a lot of them know me, and some of them are family. So I just went in there and just let God direct my steps and said what was on my heart, and it really touched a lot of people. Even still to this day, they still remember when I gave that speech.
That's really awesome. Inspiring the youth is something that everyone should strive to do, because it gives people hope. And I really commend you on that, and that's really awesome. So I don't know if you've been watching the NFL playoffs lately. I don't know if you saw Lamar Jackson this past week missed. He didn't play. He had a little bit of an injury. And so Michael Vick said Lamar could have put a brace on and play. What do you think about that? Do you think Lamar Jackson should have played even if he was hurt, because it was a playoff game?
Honestly, me personally, I feel that Lamar did the right thing, because health comes first. You know what I'm saying? And this is not, football is fun, don't get me wrong, but at some point, football becomes a business, and this is your way of life. This is your way of living. This is how you eat. This is how you feed your family. So other people's lives are affected by what he does on the field. So if he can't go out and perform like, Lamar always performs, I feel like he made the right decision. Or else he would have set himself up for failure, because this is his contract year. And he definitely deserves to be paid, but, we don't always get what we deserve.
I see what you mean. Are you an NFL fan? Like, who's your team?
I'm definitely an NFL fan. I'm a New Orleans Saints fan, so we're at the house. So I'm a fan of football, period. So I'm just watching the playoffs and enjoying it. Every game.
Same here, man. So I was on your Instagram, man, and I saw that you're really into style. You have a lot of drip. You know, you got the chains, you got the hair, you're into art a lot. What inspired your style taste?
Honestly, I don't even know what inspired me. Honestly, a lot of people, some people would kind of say, they'd be like, "You're weird," because I'm an anime head. As you can see, I wear a lot of anime, and I just dare to be different. Not a lot of people, are like that or like those things, because I'm older. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people my age don't really, you know, look at anime as a way of life. Like I can relate to a lot of the characters in the shows, and so I just love wearing their clothing. It just makes me feel comfortable. So that's just me. I just like to be different.
So I heard you mention anime. That's really popular. What are your hobbies outside of football? Like when you're not watching football or out on the field, what do you enjoy to do?
I love to be adventurous. I love to go new places and do new things. I like to get out and explore the world. So,
what other places outside the United States have you traveled to or explored?
So far, right now, 0. But
Yeah.
I do plan on changing it soon.
Yes,
I plan on changing it soon. Yeah.
So Vegas, right? Nighthawks. They're one of the best facilities in the league. They stay at the same hotels that the Raiders do. They have it all. Are you excited for all that comes with being Nighthawk? And they got a fan base too.
Yes, I'm definitely excited because I've been to Vegas twice. I went, worked out for the Raiders, and I went and worked out for the XFL team too. So it just feels like Vegas is home. So when I met Mike Davis, it was like a no-brainer. This would be my third time going back to Vegas because I had never been to Vegas before those 2 times. So I definitely feel like Vegas is definitely gonna change my life as well as my family's life as well.
So obviously there's been a lot of talk recently about this upcoming draft class with the quarterbacks. There's so many boom or bust, projects in the draft. Do you feel like the NFL scouting department or regimen is flawed in any way, in a way that they overlook guys for certain things when they should be focused on other things?
I honestly don't think that they're flawed. I just feel like NFL has a way of doing their scouting. Only thing that I can honestly say and comment on that is I just wish that, smaller school guys got chances. If you kill your pro day, if you're killing all-star games and, your numbers are comparable to a guy that's Division One, FBS, I just feel like the smaller school guy should get a chance just as well, as the guy who, everyone knows, because the biggest thing to me, as far as NFL scouting, is exposure. So,
yeah. No, what were you going to say?
No, I'm just exposure. So basically, a smaller school guy can put up, tons of stats and not play on a bona fide network that everyone knows, like ESPN, ABC, NBC, Fox. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
FBS guys get that TV time every weekend, week out, whether they lose or they win. You know what I'm saying? So you can take a guy from a losing FBS team, give him a chance, but you can get a national champion on, let's say, a Division II, NAIA, Division III level, and he can't get that deserving chance. He would have to go play in the IFL.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And I just feel like, I just wish that, and I feel like eventually it'll come. I just, I hope one day that NFL scouting will give more smaller schools chances.
So is your plan this season to ball out in the IFL and then move up to the XFL? And if that happens, how are you preparing your mind and mentally for that potential transition mid-year?
Honestly, all the work that I put in right now is preparing my mind and my body for this is that reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, I'm preparing for, training camp with the Vegas Nighthawks, but I have a bigger picture, outside. It's almost like a ladder and, you're climbing. So my first step is to come to Vegas training camp and make the roster, because they don't just put you on the team. You have to earn it. Everything is earned, nothing is given. And so my first step is to climb that first ladder, make the team, Vegas Nighthawks, and then take another leap, and potentially move on up to the XFL, USFL, and then get to the top of the ladder, which is ultimately the NFL. And however long it takes, I don't mind. I'm going to grind my way until I get there.
That's awesome, man. So obviously you went to an HBCU for a year. What, obviously, with Deion Sanders, Ed Reed, they're all becoming head coaches. Or Deion was a head coach now. Ed Reed is a head coach.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think HBCU need to improve on to get to that next level? And what was your experience attending an HBCU?
My experience, I enjoyed my experience. Even though we had limited things, I feel like HBCUs are. It's like what you make it. So you have to, if you come to HBCU, and you don't try to make it better than it was when you got there, then you're not going to enjoy it. So I try to just, do whatever I could to make my time enjoyable, because everybody's not like me, But as a HBCUs as a whole, I feel like what I was saying earlier about the small schools, recognition, exposure, and like funding are like the three biggest things, HBCUs lack, in my opinion. But Dion bought a lot of recognition, he bought a lot of exposure, and he bought a lot of funding. Because he didn't just, fund Jackson State. He even took funds and gave them, to some other SWAT schools, such as Mississippi Valley State. You know what I'm saying? So he definitely, shed light on what was lacking with HBCUs. But now a lot of people see, there are a lot of talented players. There are a lot of, there are not a lot of nice facilities in it. With, dealing with HBCUs. So yeah, I definitely feel that it's recognition, exposure, and funding that can take them to the next level.
I understand that. I think Dion has done like you said, Dion had done an amazing job really bringing the HBCUs up. And people are like, man, these are ballers. Like, these guys deserve an opportunity on the next stage. And like you look at, for an example, James Houston, defensive lineman for the Detroit Lions. He's putting up more stats than the number one pickers. So it's all about opportunity and people giving the right guys the right opportunity. I think.
Yeah, it went out.
Now you're all good. So my next question for you is: you're a unique guy in the sense that you played at an HBCU, you played at a junior college, and you played at the FCS level.
Mm-hmm.
How was your junior college experience? Because I'm a huge Last Chance U fan. I watch Last Chance U every day. What was the coaching staff like? Who were your coaches? Because I remember there was a clip in season 2 of Last Chance U where they had a whole episode about the junior college you attended.
Mm-hmm. Coach Miller was my coach. My JUCO experience, it definitely it also played a hand in who I am today as a person and a player, because like I said earlier, everything's earned and not given, and you're limited to a lot. And basically there you had to have a different mentality to make it out of there. Like, if you were weak in the mind as a football player and just as a person, you were not gonna make it past there. You know what I'm saying? So it definitely taught me, to stay patient. It definitely taught me self-awareness. Like, I learned a lot of, great qualities as a man while I was in JUCO, and it was almost the same, like close to an NFL training camp, because JUCO, you can get cut anytime. They could take a scholarship anytime and send you home. And, at university, it's not the same. Like, they can do the same thing, but in a different way. You know what I'm saying? There's a process that has to be done for them to take. They put you on scholarship at the beginning of the year. They can't just take your money out if financial aid done already, got their money out. So in JUCO, it's different. In NJCAA, they have their own rules. So you could break a rule and the coach could send you home. And I witnessed it happen. And we had talented players, you know what I'm saying, they got sent home because they couldn't follow the rules. So it definitely taught me, it definitely gave me great qualities as a man, and I did enjoy it. But yeah, Coach Miller was my coach, though. He gave me a chance.
Yeah. That's honestly, the other day I was actually going through Chihoma's coaching staff and like just putting a list together, a bunch of contacts. My dream one day to coach JUCO football. That would be such a cool experience, being around those kids and inspiring kids. So after your junior college experience, you went to 3 colleges in 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
How was it academically? Like you're going from different environment after different environment, 3 different times, and you graduated. How was that experience? Switching classes and switching teachers and getting used to a new environment, being like almost a new kid everywhere.
Honestly, I just had to learn to adapt. Everywhere I went, I had to learn to adapt, and I had to learn to adapt fast. So basically, I know that, academics played a huge part. And I'll be honest, when I first started, I had the mind to do what I need to do academically. But sometimes, I would, slip to the wayside. But I definitely picked it back up, when I graduated from my JUCO and, my university, St. Augustus University. So I definitely, it's just learning to adapt. Everybody can't adapt, to new environments. And I feel like the same thing goes with football. If I'm playing for Vegas Nighthawks and then the XFL Las Vegas team calls me up, I got to learn to adapt quick and fast in a hurry, So just learning to adapt. That's what helped me get through academics.
When you graduated, I saw that you made an Instagram post. What was that experience like? Did you feel, how accomplished did you feel, understanding that you went through all the environments, you went through all that, and you were able to grind it out and finish with your degree? How did that feel?
It was a great feeling. It was an amazing feeling just to know, everything I had did up until that point, you know what I'm saying? Like the highs and the lows, the good times, the bad times, like the whole 9. It definitely it made me feel amazing. It definitely did.
So before the game, are you into music at all? And if so, what music are you turning up to in the locker room? What are you listening to?
What music am I turning up to?
Yeah.
My favorite artist I have a couple of favorite artists. My favorite artist is Kevin Gates. But I love Young Thug and Gunna. I love Lil Uzi. And so I would just, turn them on and,
I got you, yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you do before a game to get into a zone? Like, how do you lock in?
Basically, I go and say a prayer. I go and walk the field. And I warm up with the quarterback, come back in, put my headphones in, listen to my music. And then before we run out, I say another prayer, just ask God to cover me, from all harm and injury, keep everyone safe, play a clean game. Then I run out.
So obviously, like Las Vegas is far away from Mississippi. How is it going to be when you're far away from your family? Like, how do you manage that? Because I imagine there's a lot of emotional stress that comes with that.
Yes, it's a lot of emotional stress. But one thing I will say about that, I've been away from them. I've been in St. Augustine for 2.5 years, so I've been away from them before. And North Carolina is far from Mississippi as well. So I've already been away from them. Now I haven't been this far away from them because I'm gonna be on the other side of the world. But one thing I do know for sure, my family's gonna come. They're gonna come and support.
That's awesome. Have they ever come out to any games, or they've been able to watch on YouTube and stuff like that? So
yeah, they're definitely gonna come out and support as much as they can. I know they are.
Yeah. So what made you ultimately decide? Now you live in North Carolina. What made you decide not to move back to Mississippi and stay in North Carolina?
Well, I actually work at my school currently right now. I'm working at St. Augustine University right now. I coach, and I'm a residential director as well.
That's awesome, man.
So I'm just working at my school, at my alma mater, training 3 times a day, and putting in work everywhere I can, and just stacking and saving money until I go to Vegas, depart and go to Vegas.
When do you leave? When do you have to report to training
I
camp?
report March 4th.
March 4th.
And my first game is March 25th. So it's a quick turnaround, 3 weeks.
What teams are you most excited to play?
All of them. I'm just blessed to be able to be on the field again. I just thank God that I'm able to at least play again, because a lot of people, they wish they could be playing professional football, and they wish they could be in this position. It's only 1.6% of people in the world that can play a professional sport, and I'm of that 1.6. So it's listen.
That's awesome. I mean, you get in the IFL, you get so many opportunities to play against big name brands such as the Mass Pirates, great fan base. Like you get to play against so many great players, and it's only gonna make you a better player. Yeah. So, what is your message to younger guys who are in high school or in the first year of college, or maybe even a guy who's at a junior college? What would you tell them from your experience?
From my experience, just keep God first and foremost. Honor your family, and then whatever you want in life, you're gonna have to grind to get it because everything is earned and not given. That's the secret recipe. So that's what I would tell them. I would tell them, keep God first in everything that you do. Everything else will follow after that, honestly. And then honor your family while you're keeping God first. Honor your family, and then just grind. Anything you want in this life, you're gonna have to grind for it, and that's whether you're playing football or if you're behind a desk or if you're in a factory. It doesn't matter what you do, you're gonna have to grind.
Those things are really important to stay key and persistent through whatever you choose to do. So obviously now you're getting ready to leave for training camp soon in a couple months. Are you a big video game person in your free time? You mentioned that you're an art person. Do you play any video games or anything?
Not as much as I did when I was younger, but I play it every now and again, with my friends. But when I was younger, I used to play the game a lot more. But now I'm more so focused on, grinding and being in the gym a lot. You know what I'm saying? But I do play the game occasionally. I do.
So you look at this year's draft class, and you look at past draft class. What if you were an NFL scout? What would you look for in a wide receiver?
Honestly, I would look at first body type, see what type of receiver he is. Is he consistent catching the ball? And does he have top end speed? Or what is the best way to utilize his speed? Because everyone is not fast. You have some quick people, you have some agile people, and you just have to look at every aspect of the receiver. Is he going to take the top off, or is he one of the guys want to get the ball to in space, or is he a jump ball guy? And you have to figure out, my job, if I was an NFL scout, my job would be to figure out what type of receiver he is and how can I put him in a position to thrive.
So you're 6'5", you're a big receiver. Who do you model your game after? Like, what player or what receiver are you most likely to think in today's game?
In today's game, it's kind of hard to just name one person because I watch so many people. So I watch Devontae Adams to work on releases. I watch Odell, to make outstanding catches. I watch Julio to learn how to use my body, to have body control in the air, and Mike Williams and Mike Evans, you name it. I watch Justin Jefferson to learn how to be agile and quick off the line. So, there's so many people that, I watch, and I just take little things. I watch Stephon Diggs for releases as well. There's so many receivers that I watch, and I just nitpick and I take stuff from their game and try to figure out how can I apply it to mine.
You have a lot of stuff in your game. It's like you have Julio hands, you have Henry Ruggs speed, you have Mike Williams, body size. So you can kind of take all pieces of those games and put them all together, which is really something special. Are you really excited to get out on the field? Like, how excited are you? Because I imagine you must be ready to go.
I'm so excited. I haven't touched the field since my XFL workout, which was in October. So I cannot wait to get on the field. Like, when I say touch a field, I mean as far as competing, doing drills and one-on-ones and stuff. I touch a field every day, but I'm so ready to touch a field and actually compete. I get to put a helmet on again. You know what I'm saying? I actually get to go through a actual training camp for the first time since college. So I'm so excited. I thank God every day that, he gave me an opportunity to be in this position again, where a lot of people are hoping and wishing. And a lot of people are signed in the IFL, but a lot of people want to be in Vegas because Vegas is the place to be. So I'm just blessed that I'm able to be in that spot where, that's the main spot, main attraction.
So you seem like a pretty focused guy, right? Las Vegas is a big city, right? They say what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Mm-hmm. How are you going to stay focused on ball and only ball without worrying about all the distractions that come with being in a big city like Las Vegas?
Honestly, I have a goal, and that's all I'm focused on. That's the main thing. And the main thing is to move up. And you can't move up, kind of fit in with the crowd and party and go to the strip. So there's a time and place for that. And right now is not the time and place. The only thing that should be on everyone's mind, not just mine, everyone's mind who's coming to play for the Vegas Nighthawks is to win a ring, bring that city a championship.
That would be awesome. You can do that. Are you ready to play indoor ball?
I am because talking to Mike Davis, he said it's going to make your game outdoors better because you're going to be much quicker. Everything in the arena is quick, he told me. So he said, if you can play indoor, when you get outside, nobody's going to be able to mess with you, because you're going to be so quicker than I already am now. So I'm looking forward to it.
Do you think you'll be more like a back of the end zone guy where the quarterback just throws it up?
Honestly, I'm just trying to be whatever I can be for the team, So, I mean, that whether it's that, being the end zone guy or, being the high motion man getting the ball, it does not matter. Whatever I have to do to help the team win, that's what I plan on doing.
Have you gotten the playbook? Have you been able to study or watch any film that you need to watch?
I have watched film, but I haven't gotten a playbook yet. I haven't got a playbook, but I have been, conversing with, the quarterbacks that are signed on the roster right now. Cameron Dukes, Giovanni. I've been talking to them. T. Will. I've been talking to them guys. So we have definitely been in contact, and they definitely know who I am, and I just hope that I can build a connection with each one of them. Because I don't know who who's going to be taking the reps or who's going to be in when I be in. So I want them to learn me. I want to learn all three of them. So
developing that trust is huge. Are you ready for the experience of playing in Vegas with the fans? The fans are some of the best in the IFL. Are you ready to be in that environment?
I watched the Vegas Nighthawks show, and I seen how they interact with their fans and how passionate their fans are, and I'm really ready to experience that. Mike
Davis is a great coach. He wears his heart on his sleeve, and he really takes it really seriously, and I'm really excited to watch him in that system. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to open up this last part for you to give any shout-outs to any family or anyone. Who do you want to shout out? Who do you want to show some love to?
I want to show some love to my mom. I just want to say, Mom, I love you. I thank you for everything you've done for me. And, I wouldn't be here without you. My sister who's going to see this, I love you so much. You're my other half. Dad, I want to let you know I love you. Thank you for everything you do, helping my mom get me to this point. I love all of my family. To St. Aug, thank you for taking a kid from Kosciuszko, Mississippi in and making him feel at home. I want to thank Delta State, Kahoma, because all three schools played a part in the journey. And, I just want to thank everyone who loves me. I just want to say I love you all. And everyone who supports me, I thank you. And last but not least, I want to thank God Almighty for allowing me to be here. So.
Thank you, Aakiel, for joining me tonight. You've been a blast to talk to. I can't wait to watch you ball out and just tear it up in the league. Mm-hmm. I can't wait to see you when you come and play us down in Mass. And I'll be rooting for you, and I'll be watching all your games. So good luck the rest of the way. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep balling, man. So have a good rest of your night, man. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.